Tribe, welcome back. Maybe you didn't hear that. Tribe, welcome back. What's going on? Mr. Hall here again. Spiritual teacher, healer, leader, author, founder. Either way, uh, no specific labels. Reality is catching up to define what I am. But I am here to give you a channeled message and create space for you within these dimensions. Okay, so we're going to be addressing the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D. 3D, practical everyday reality as we understand it, life, taking care of bills, taking care of kids, family, yourself, health, wealth, all these things. And then we're going to get into the 4D where we're going to address any ancestral messages that you may be receiving. And then any ancestral angels, demons, and anything like that. And then we're going to get into the 5D where we look at interdimensional energies and conscious awareness, okay? So, some things that I'm picking up. And I digress. If you don't already know, as soon as I begin to channel, begin the video, I begin to channel, okay? Some things that I'm picking up already are that you're protecting yourself from your energy being drained and or taken. You're awakening to psychic protection, energetic protection. You're understanding how to add your language into the universe. Yeah, and as soon as I split the deck, we're starting off with the Hermetic Tarot deck. You're tapping into this magician energy where you're able to create okay, you're tapping into this magician energy where you're able to create um, some type of new beginning. I'm almost picking up Wish Upon a Star, right? Yeah. You may feel a bit out of balance, or the perception of being out of balance is being projected to you and through you. But either way, you have the Hermit, the Magus of the Voice of Light. Okay? You're really tapping into this Hermit energy. Okay? Really studying yourself and gaining more aspects into the secrets of the universe, we can say. Right? But I will shuffle as well. Yeah, you're being guided. So this is what I was picking up with that standing your ground energy, strong Capricorn energy and Scorpio energy as well. Okay, you're being guided. Also, I'm picking up Metatron's cube, but and you're being guided to balance what you want to reconcile. If you don't want to reconcile something, then you're not necessarily needing to reconcile anything, right? And we have the Six of Wands reverse. So you may be realizing that attempting to reconcile some type of energy may actually turn out to be more of a detriment to you than a success, right? We want to collaborate, we want to connect, but ends accountability, right? So yeah, we have the King of Swords, so it may be related to a King of Swords, some type of air sign energy, Queen of Pentacles, some type of earth sign energy. Okay, but let's get some clarity. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords reverse. It looks like you've taken yourself out of some toxic cycle and you're just leaving that timeline behind. This is a good sign, Tribe. We also have the Queen of Swords reverse. So there may have been a Queen of Swords that was involved in this situation, but it looks like they're being removed. Yeah, also an Ace of Wands. So there was some type of lie that possibly came from a toxic or in an energy or frequency that was in a negative vibration. And I'm also picking up negative thoughts, a train of negative thoughts, a train of lies and illusions that were keeping you trapped or attempting to keep you trapped and attack you within some type of frequency or energy. Is being dismantled. Abracadabra ashe. All right. You may be practicing some type of affirmations and or binding spells or protection spells with that abracadabra ashe energy. Ooh, okay. All right. So the Ace of Pentacles really okay. So you're really in this Princess of Cups energy, Okay, also known as the Princess of the Palace of the Floods. So you have the emotional wherewithal to withstand any form of upcoming or incoming chaos or perceived chaos, and you're able to really balance out this energy. And it looks like with the Last Judgment, the spirit of the primal fire. Yeah, Judgment reverse. So it looks like in the recent past, you had the emotional integrity and authority and inner power with this Princess of Cups. It may also relate to another water sign to really weather the storm, is what I'm picking up. And currently, with the Judgment reverse, it looks like any negative judgments that may have been projected onto you have been reflected back. Okay, or. I'm also picking up or, not OR, but or as a oar that you use to row and tread water. Okay, so it seems that you've made it through this storm, and your near future is the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, that's like wealth abundance. That's like you tapping into your gifts and using them to help humanity, really tapping into your true work, your soul work, your alignment, your north node, right? If you're unfamiliar with any of these terms, go ahead and book a session with me and then we'll go through more specifically for you. This is a collective message, but this is the collective energy. So being that this is the collective energy, this can be happening on a global scale. So definitely something possibly about a flood, so possibly about a flood of abundance coming to you as well, depending on where you are on the frequency and conscious understanding. Mm. Yeah, and Eight of Swords reverse as well. It looks like, and if you look at the card, you'll see that there's some type of signal similar to a Wi-Fi symbol if you're familiar with this, but this energy of negative thoughts being projected to you and or just some type of Eight of Swords, the Lord of shortened force. Yeah, something trying to shorten you out, shorten out your energy. Okay? It's being reversed. All right? You being this antibody, you being this alien, you being this foreign energy that reality is in need of. All right? Yeah, it's Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Lord of the forces of life. So essentially, you were being perceived or forced or projected upon to perceive yourself as some type of antibody or foreign. You were being perceived as a foreign disease or a foreign substance within the matrix or reality of consciousness, and this was being projected onto you, and you may have been in a cycle where this was being perpetuated, and it seems that you have finally realized you're actually an antibody, a medicine to reality itself. Okay, and reality is now following you. This is what I'm picking up. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, especially with this Ace of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune coming together. It seems like this is a preordained, anointed energy and frequency for you to be in. And you're going to continue forward now that you have understood your emotions, how you feel about it, what emotions are yours, really getting the discernment to be able to differentiate between the ways of being, the ways of life, the ways of existence, the ways of all things. Okay, I may be speaking to a fellow master healers. Welcome, hello. Okay, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, Lord of Success in the upright. Something is about to be abundant. The only thing that I'm picking up for you to do is understand that these projections outside of you are irrelevant. Okay? Yeah, Nine of Swords reversed too. Jeez. Eight of Swords reversed, Nine of Swords reversed. It looks like you went through every layer of betrayal that was possible. Okay, we're only missing the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it was coming back up again. And so you've gone through an ascension is also what I'm picking up. What I'm seeing is an aura. Okay, what I'm seeing, let's say that you're in a bubble of water. And you think that bubble of water is the only reality that exists, and that bubble has bursted because you bursted it and you mastered your alchemical process as a magician to get through all of this water. Okay, this filament I'm picking up, this substance that was at one point supporting you and then it started to suffocate you, right? I'm picking up the energy of new oxygen, new air, breathing through the gills of the metaphorical universe. Okay, and this is your reward to be able to move forward, okay, into your abundance. We'll go ahead and confirmation for that chest crack. All right, so we'll go ahead and move forward to with okay, So solar chakra, solar sacral. We're moving forward. Channeling so much. Okay, we're moving forward with the psychic tarot deck. Okay, and as soon as I split the deck, we got the sacral chakra in reverse, but this was in the recent past. So it looks like your creative energy was out of whack or too stimulated, not allowing you to really focus, concentrate, align, direct your energy. So your energy was splintered creatively. Your creative energy was splintered. And now in the near future, again, material harvest is coming up again, confirmation. All right, we have 9 complete material harvest. So also what was coming up was collaborations, okay, and this concept of being an empath and wanting to heal humanity and use your gifts to help and serve others while simultaneously not wanting to be around people. I'm picking up that hermit energy that we saw earlier, right? But and now that you've balanced this and are in power and in control of your energy, yeah, you're not going to be going through any type of temptations. Okay, you've overcome the temptations to self isolate, possibly self defeating, self sabotaging energies. You've defeated that, and now you're stepping into victory and success. That trumpet is blowing. You may be hearing the calls of the universe. Also, coming up is that scene from a film, um, the Hunger Games and the individual Katniss, and that call that you are hearing when it's time for victory and success. So you're answering the call to victory and success. You're blowing the trumpet. Irrelevant of your gender, as there's no gender in tarot or oracle cards, but and the energy, you are blowing this trumpet. You are allowing yourself to bring balance back into your passions. Okay, you've balanced your solar plexus chakra. You've balanced your emotionals, your emotions as well, emotionals and emotions. So you're balanced your energy and motion, and now you're utilizing your sacral chakra, your creative energy, to really ignite your passions. Okay, all right. What sets your whole your so whole that may be significant, kink related, fetish related. You may also be igniting passions into adult experiences, but either way, setting your heart on fire is what I wanted to say, but everything is divinely orchestrated. So things coming full circle and you being able to begin again, right? You see the pleasure in this facial expression on this card of the energy. So you're having self-satisfaction. You're reaching this victory and success. You may be practicing visualization. There may have been some type of foundation that you were a part of or that you built with others that is being crumbled. So I'm picking up family, society, work, culture. You may be identifying into your own group. You may be identifying into bringing yourself into this place of passion and pleasure, right? Because your heart chakra was also out of balance. So you moving from people pleasing energy into honoring yourself and selfishly filling your cup to then be able to overflow into others, okay? And you're standing your ground. You've gained this awareness. Yeah, you've gained this awareness to stand your ground, all right? Your clairs have activated. You're no longer questioning the connection that you have with the divine. You are trusting in it. It trusts you. You are it. We are it. We're all happening. In this is the energy. All right. Yeah. You're using your throat chakra. Okay. You may even be guided to use abstract ways of expression. Okay. But yeah, you had the hope and you had the patience, and now is the time. Okay. I'll shuffle again as well. So some type of creative endeavor, right? Something going on with emotions. You may have had some betrayals, some negative thoughts, maybe even gaslighting yourself into thinking negatively, but it is your destiny. It is your destiny. Okay, depending on where you are in the spiritual communities, you may subscribe to destiny and or co-creating it and or creating it specifically, different types of levels for different types of devils. With that being said, disruption, the tower. So disruption to some type of devilish energy, some type of interruption to any, there's a disruption to any nefarious energies that are not working on your behalf, because we're beyond the good and evil narratives and getting attached to what those may mean. We are moving past any narratives that do not support what your reality is going to bring into fruition for you through you, right? Yeah, your heart chakra, with that, your heart chakra is in balance. You've understood this message of self love. You've understood this message of authority. You've understood this message of your power, your gifts that you have to share, your voice that is dying to be heard, right? And we're going to say, instead of dying, we're going to say being resurrected to be heard. You're really stepping into this power. I can feel it. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, light reversed. So what I'm picking up is you're not reaching for the light, you're becoming the light. With this light card reversed, this is you. And let me put it back reversed. You are the light. You are the frequency. And the light is reaching out to you as well. You're connecting together, is what I'm picking up. You are connecting with the light. And you have triumph. Yeah. Triumph over this waiting game. Triumph over. Okay. Triumph over sacrifice and this waiting game, feeling as though you have to wait for something. And what I'm getting to now is leading more into the ancestral messages and possibly angels, demons, all the messages that you may be getting. You're releasing this waiting game, this need to sacrifice, this need to feel that you have to go through some heroic journey to be the hero. When the whole process I'm picking up and seeing within my mind's eye is that you are the hero. You've already had the spiritual strength, and your only job as the hero was to release this concept of being trapped in fear, this timeline, this frequency, and you've activated this with your crown chakra. You have connected and understand that you are the light. You have connected and understand that you have activated the light within, right? And now you have choices, options, and directions that you can take, right? And you're stepping into these foundational achievements, right? You're going to build the foundation. This is a part of your destiny. You've made the sacrifice. You've separated yourself from the illusion. You've stepped into triumph. All right. Yeah. Truth reverse. Some truth that you were holding on to, which I picked up earlier, is being released. Is that correct, Spirit? Yeah. Use your intuition. Use your intuition, right? Some type of triumphant success that you were fed to believe is a lie, right? You are now understanding how to cut through. If you look at the card, and this is the first time I'm seeing it, you're understanding how to cut through and make your luck, create your destiny. You are learning how to take control of will and create reality, right? You see this sword cutting through this veil, this illusionary psychic energy. You're cutting through it. You're cutting through it, and you're moving forward to create what it is you want for your fulfillment of wishes. You're creating that fulfillment of wishes. Okay, so this is the energy that I'm seeing for right now on the everyday 3D plane. Let's see if we get some further messages. Symbols that may be coming through to you on the physical plane or energetically, emotionally, spiritually, all the ways that frequency can come to you. Yeah, affluence. As soon as I split the deck of the sacred symbols, okay, and this hum energy is what I keep picking up. Yeah, lightning bolt. So there may be a lightning bolt, so something significant globally. Okay, remember, take what resonates, leave behind what does not. But some energy may be striking the earth. Okay, some energy entering the field of the etheric field. I'm picking up aether. Okay, and yeah, we have growth. So with this, I'm picking up that you were stuck in that cycle, right? This was the image that I was seeing. This spiraling energy, and I'm not seeing this as growth as defined within the sacred symbols oracle deck. I'm seeing this as growth beyond the cycle. You have become the purple background, and this spiral can keep spiraling in a different direction for whatever and whoever needs it at that time. But you've broken out the spiral, right? You've become this grounded, you've become this grounded lightning striking through the triangle, entering the earth, channeling this energy and holding the frequency, right? You've split the line. You said, you know what? No, I'm cutting that line. I'm moving forward. Oh, yeah. I'm getting a confirmation. My spirits are touching. Yeah, you have the key, the talisman. Okay, so you may be guided to work with talismans. You may be guided to anoint or enchant or activate some type of physical object to further enhance your energies and frequencies. Yeah, it's your time of luck. It's your time of luck. Okay, the sun, the moon, the stars, the energies of time, the galaxies of time, the existential time, the It is time. It is time. This is the message that I'm hearing. Confirmation. I don't know if y'all heard that, but yeah, you're just to be in gratitude. Be grateful that you've lit your candle. You've lit your candle. All right. Numbers that may be significant for you for confirmations: 0, 5, 11, 37, 09, 47, 41, and 31. Okay. Yeah, you've owned your shadow. I won't even say that you've defeated your shadow. How I'm picking this up is you've owned your shadow, and you know now how to use it if you need to. You know now how to work with your shadow, okay, with the shadows, okay. Also stepping through because you've shifted your perspective on what your shadow means, what your shadow is to you, what the shadows of others are to them and to you, right? You've moved past your shadow. You've balanced this time. So I'm picking up past life, present life. You've 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 shifted time. You've bent reality is what I'm picking up for your relief. Okay. Some of you, depending on where you are, did pick up that hole in sexual energy earlier. You may be running into your soulmate, and or you are understanded and blended into your higher lower selves, your divine masculine and divine feminine energies, and now you are your soulmate. Okay. So I'm picking up also multiple soulmates. So a decolonization out of the standard narrative of logic. Okay. And let's say conventional logic. Yeah, you've grounded this. You've grounded this understanding of non-conventional logic. I'm picking up non-human intelligences. Okay, you're anchoring this in with 22. That's a master number, so a master number of change, or okay, I'm picking up master number of change. Yeah, you've gone through a spiritual cleansing, an energetic cleansing, and this is impacting you forwards and backwards and simultaneously at once. Okay, I'm picking up quantum physics. You may want to look into that, as we can change the past. This is now new knowledge. Look into this. This hum. Okay, we're going to move into, I'm picking up more 4D energies. We're being guided to not focus so much on the 3D as there's a bit of chaos and stagnancy there. All right, we're going to go with the Masters. So Om, that may be significant to you. Masters of Light Oracle deck. Okay. Yeah, message. So you're no longer, and this came up in reverse, you're no longer waiting for some specific message. You are the message. You're giving the message. This flower may be significant. I'm picking up carnelian. But either way, Archangel Gabriel messages. Pay attention to your visions and the signs and symbols all around. The divine is speaking. Literally now. And through you. And picking up. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't let it. But either way, you've activated. This is the message from Archangel Gabriel. Okay, I have to find out what other energies relate to that. Yeah, death. Yeah, you've gone through a death. Yeah, your understanding of what death means. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, self. Okay, so you've gone through the illumination of death, what death represents, what it means, this rebirth, this concept and understanding of how we have as a species perceived death up until this point of knowledge, with the integration and activation as well as the remembrance of artificial intelligence. Tega, okay, that may be some dialect that you're guided to study or participate in, Tega et. But either way, that resonates for someone. So you've gone through this illumination and understanding of what death represents for you and putting a death to what no longer serves you. And also with the remembrance of algorithmic intelligence and artificial intelligence, you are moving forward to understand that it's this feeling that I'm picking up is that you are beyond death. You are beyond death and you're breathing breath. It's this deep sigh that I just took. Breath. This is coming from Mother Breath of Life. Breath. Take a moment, breathe deeply, relax, connect your spirit and your body. Right? So, the luminous one. Listen up. You are a beautiful being of light. It's time to shine your light. You are a luminary. This is the energy that I was feeling. Sure, yo, okay, so that was the energy that I was feeling. This was listen up. So get the fuck up. That's what that's the energy that I'm picking up. Get the fuck up and get out of this loop of what's being projected onto you. And you've done that. And that may have been the inner calling or nudge that you needed. This may be significant, that flicking motion. You may want to look into it. Flicking the bean, I'm also picking up, but the bean as in growth of your awakening, growth of your awakening others, growth of your awakening being. You stepped into your power. You are divinely protected. You are the luminary. You came here on a spaceship. You are the alien. Confirmation. You may be being studied right now, but look, miracles. It may even feel like a miracle. It may even feel like a miracle that you have made it. Truth. All right, give me a second. I'm processing so much information for us. Okay, truth. Okay. Palladian angel magnetu. Magnetu. Magnetism. I'm also picking up magnetic energy, electromagnetics. So the energy that I'm picking up, so I'm seeing a government agency, and I'm picking up, mm, for some reason, thermodynamics, similar to thermodynamics, but some type of hyperpropulsion energy. Either way, look into that if it resonates. So, Palladian angel magnetu truth. Divine truth is constant and eternal. Trust the harmonious feeling of your inner knowing. And you're doing that, and you've done that, and this is why we're here. Truth. I'm also picking up hurt because there was an attempt I'm picking up to hurt you through knowing the truth, using your own energies and frequencies against you. Failed. Failed. Okay, I picked up that energy, failed, and we're just cleansing it out for you. Yeah, death to the energy again. Dream anew. Okay, and we're gonna say this is the Palladian angel of dreams. So picking up on Palladian energy, you want to look at these extra dimensional, intradimensional energies and frequencies. Palladians, starseeds, lyrans, light workers. These different terms may be very significant and allow your subconscious to move the energy and information forward. Okay. Enlightenment. Listen. I'm just leaving that there for a second. But Lord Gautama, I'm picking up Tamagotchi as well. Gautama, the Buddha, enlightenment. Thoughts and words can create and destroy. Plant seeds of loving kindness to create peace, right? And you're doing this. You're doing this. You've forgiven yourself. You're finding peace. You're creating peace, okay? With gentleness. Yeah. And Lord Ganesha, remover of obstacles. You're embracing this energy. You may have this aura, and this may have been coming up for you recently. Yeah, receptivity. You're being receptivity. The dragon, you're being so protected. Look at you being the baby and this divine feminine energy protecting you, and the dragon watching you. Receptivity, you're being receptive. And if at any point the volcano needs to erupt, something significant also about volcanoes around the world may be going on. Rest in fertile dark womb of the primal mother. You are nurtured and supported. Yeah, you're finding this eternal truth. Oh, it's a miracle. That's what I'm picking up. I heard it's a miracle. So your spirit guides and energies and frequencies around you are like, it's a miracle. We've only been trying to tell you over and over and over. Yeah, but that's the energy drive. Wow, that's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Okay, so something about that. Someone may speak in that tone and dialect. Okay, we're also going to get one from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Okay. Yeah, warrior verse. You're stepping out of this warrior energy. It doesn't look like you have to fight anything anymore. Okay. Yeah, you are stepping into your high priest energy. Welcome. Like I said, I'm talking to some of my master healers over here. If you're seeing this channel, you already may be ahead of the game. If all of this language and information feels new to you, go ahead and do some research and or click the link in my bio. I'm open and available for booking selectively, but also look at the shorts for confirmation. Been using some spiritual tech over there to channel for you all and give you instant confirmations. But if all of this is sounding new, this isn't your language, this isn't your life, this isn't the way that you exist and being, feel free to reach out and learn, okay? If it doesn't resonate, like I said, for anyone it does do that for, feel free to share also with someone that you feel may need this message. You'll be guided to. Okay, so internal, intend and create. Yeah, like I mentioned, you are creating reality. Reality is following your will. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Beautiful energy. Hmm. Yeah, this concept of traitor, so something about a traitor to you, a traitor, being a traitor to yourself, being a traitor to the druid path, okay, holding space, being a traitor to holding space, right, being traded. I'm just picking up such heavy energy from every direction into your thoughts, attempting to scramble your psychic connections, attempting to scramble your understanding of what you've seen, what you've witnessed, your lived truths, and it's just no more. Yeah, no more. You've woken up. Okay. Yeah. So something about textiles may be significant. You may want to get into some type of interior design or some type of artistry with textiles. The limits are not existent. I'm picking up, okay? Your artistry has no limits. Yeah, the seer. So two things, because it came up reverse. Anyone attempting to psychically harpoon or harvest your energy is being blocked from doing so, and you are gathering those gifts now. You are the seer because you have you're now understanding these etheric chords I'm picking up. I'm seeing quantum physics, quantum entanglement, okay, coming to mind. See beyond the current situation, right? So seeing and directing, okay? Something very significant about summer, all right? And that might be spot on. Where's the arrow pointing? Okay, something may be significant about you really connecting to the hive. I'm picking up a tribe, all right? If we look here, so this arrow pointing, okay. What I'm seeing is that the symbolism of this bee, this image here, okay, look up the spiritual symbolism of bees, honey, so sweetness, okay, specifically summer, bask in joy and light, okay, that's what you're being guided to do. And as you do this, it's almost as though you being is going to be a key. I'm picturing these what I'm seeing is these two cards and the symbolism on this one, okay. The symbolism on this card is reflecting the bee and they're integrating. So I'm picking up an integration of this living energy and also this ancestral energy, this current flowing energy, right? Yeah, you're being surrounded, arrow. You surround yourself with protective energy. So your ancestors are surrounding you with protective energy while you do your spiritual and true work and bask in the joy and light and harvest this energy of the seer, this energy of the trader that is trading goods, okay? Yeah, you've been knighted. Be brave and honest. You've been knighted. The divine has knighted you. You may also have joined some type of naturalist energy or frequency. I'm picking up a reader in this image. If you know, you know. I'm going to go ahead and send you that message now, reader, if you know who you are, that I'm picking up here. But anyway, yeah, you're the oracle. You are the seer. You are the star ancestor. This is the first time I've pulled this card. Follow the voice of your soul. You are the star ancestor. Your lineage has picked you. You are the star ancestor. I'm closing it there. That's it. I feel like that's it. Yeah. You are a warrior. You no longer have to be in this warrior mode. Like I said, you are the star ancestor. That's what we're going to title the reading. All right, tribe? All right, releasing those energies, the channeling. So, again, thank you so much. I love to see that the community is growing. Let's keep it going. Spread, like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all of the other services and products that I have. I also would love for anyone to go ahead and check out my ebook that is for sale now and for purchase. The Perception Project. All right. Yes, tribe. Yeah, you're becoming a master of light. Welcome. All right, I'll see you next time, tribe.